Warte, ich sag noch hier was. Hello everyone, welcome to a Halloween draw along. I am here with my friend Manuela from Witchcrafting, and I'll be putting the link down below. Go ahead and follow her. She's really great. She has some really great crafting ideas for all the German speaking people out there. And today we are going to draw a graveyard, and we're going to learn a bit about perspective and using different value tones to draw our scene properly. Let's start this Halloween draw along. All right, so I will be posting a picture in probably this corner right here of the graveyard that we're going to be drawing. I think I need to use that pencil. Did you try it out? Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to look at the image, and we're going to see that the horizon is pretty much in the middle of the scene. So I'm going to draw the horizon here. And that's the horizon. You can just draw it lightly on your page. You can always erase a little bit the line afterwards, but I don't really mind seeing my horizon in the image. This is just my sketchbook, so I'm going to have fun. Then I'm going to see that I'm going to draw the closest thing to me first, which is this gravestone. And so I'm going to draw the base of it. And this is going to be the closest thing to me. And it has another. It goes up like this and like that. Goes up and like that. And we're giving it some dimension. Now it has a taller part here. And then it has this like more rounded area here. Right. Yep. And then it has this part that comes up. All right. So that's the closest thing to me. And then from here, there's going to be a line of gravestones that get significantly smaller as they go. So on this line that I just drew, so the vanishing point is off camera in this image. I'm going to draw a spot on the horizon where that vanishing point is. And from there, everything gets smaller or bigger. And from that vanishing point over here as well. Okay, so I'm going to be adding to my scene. I think I want to add maybe like a vampire or something, maybe a werewolf in the background, we'll see. So I'm going to draw another, maybe I'm going to have hands crawling out of the dirt. Ooh. Okay, so now we're going to draw the second one. And as you can see in the image, where this line is, the furthest line, we can come up in a diagonal to the left side of that tombstone. From there, we can start building it. So this one is going to be significantly smaller, and it's going to be following the vantage point. I'm going to be drawing this area here, and this is going to be darker. So I can already place that in shade. This is going to be darker. All of this. And it comes up, and there's reflection of light there, so I'm going to leave it light. And it has a tip, and it comes down. Good. Then we have our second one. We can also add some shadow to this one if we didn't add it. Can you? Mm-hmm. Thank you. So all this side of the first one will be in shadow. So I'm just adding shadow to it. All right, then the next one is relatively close. It's relatively close. So we have the base. This area, this is all in shadow. And it comes around here and it's in light. And we have this side, and it's going to be shorter than the second one and much shorter than the first one. And also the shadow of that one is going to be not as dark. So the further away, the lighter it becomes. The closer it is, the darker or more intense color we will see it in. So I'm going to make this one nice and dark. And I'm going to use a lot of graphite in the drawing that I'm using. I'm going to be using my graphite because, it's perfect for a Halloween scene. And you can see that there's a shadow that's coming across. It's coming more in like a diagonal. I'm going to draw the line of the shadow of the first one just because I see it. I can color that in a bit if I want. There's a shadow here on this one, but this one's straighter. And this gives a sense of depth. They're very long shadows. So that means that the light source is far away. So here I was finishing this tombstone. You can hear my dog pitter-patter here. And then there's a very small one next to that one. There's no real base to it. It's just kind of there. And I think out of the third one, I'm going to disrupt the earth and I'm going to have a hand. So I'm going to take a picture of my hand. You can take a picture of your hand if you want to, but I'm going to take a picture of my hand. I'm going to do it from an angle like this. I'm going to take my hand, turn it into a zombie hand, and I want to see all my fingers. I'm going to take a picture of it. And that's going to be my reference. The zombie hand that I'm going to have up. It's going to be quite small. So I'm going to have it come out here. So here's the arm. Here's the dirt. Here's one finger. I'm going to do the thumb because then I can cheat with the other fingers. One. And the other ones are going to be in shadow. Brrr. It's a hand coming out. Brrr. All right. I can make that look better, but it's just an idea to have. All right. So we have our tombstones. I have my little hand figurine. Now back here, coming out of this one, there's a tree. But I'm drawing it more from a higher up angle than from a flat angle, so I can see the base of the tree. So I'm going to draw the tree. You have the trunk. This is how you draw trees. So you first draw the trunk, then it kind of splits in two. Everything seems to like split in two when it comes to trees. So one side, and then the other side. And then from this side, this splits again in two. And then you have this one. And then this side kind of stays one, but from this one comes out another one. Can you touch it again? The screen keeps on going back. Thank you. There's always twos. That's how branches like to go in twos. Rarely threes, but you can find it occasionally. And then you'll have these little branches that'll come out. And they kind of they go up and then they droop down. That's how you draw branches. Up and then down. Up, droop down. Because they're heavy. So that's how you draw them. And then from here, I'm going to also divide it again into two. It's always twos. So there's the one tree. This one I will also divide into two. Two very thin branches. There you go. That's how a natural tree goes. All right, and then here's a different type. There are like several trees bunching up. So we have one stem, and it goes from skinny to thicker. And then they're kind of leaning towards each other because all the foliage, and this one's nice and thick. So I vary in pressure. They're all like together. And then in the bottom, it's going to be darker because there's less light there. I'm going to add a shadow here in the bottom. You can see kind of like the spine. And I vary the intensity of my lines by kind of like lifting the pencil off of the page. What else do I want to add? I'm gonna add something on this side. Maybe I need to look for like a big cathedral. I'm gonna look for an image of a cathedral. Let me see, to add on this side. And I'm gonna have my vampire walking here, quite close in the foreground. So let me look for like a Victorian graveyard cathedral type thing. Graveyard, what do they call chapel? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I want something, I'm not really into architectural things. Don't really like straight lines. So I'm gonna draw this. And I'm just using the vantage points to create this building. It's gonna go in a bit. And then I'm gonna have more of a wall that goes this way, more of a wall that goes this way, and then I'll have little bits and pieces coming out. I'm just using it as a reference. It's not going to be the exact replica. I really want it to be. Again, I'm not an architectural drawer. So, okay. And here there's going to be a window. This is a really cool scene that you can play around with because you could add a lot of elements to it. You could add people walking around. There could be someone walking their dog in the scene. And this is going to have arches. So I first draw the lines. And then I draw the top parts. It's just the easiest. Draw the line. Draw the line. Draw the arch. Draw the line. And this line would be off camera. Maybe I want a small person walking here so we get a sense. Maybe I'll have like a hooded monk. I'll draw just a quick figure, quick hooded figure here. All right, and I'm going to draw in here so you get a sense of depth, how wide this area is. What else would I like to add? I'm gonna add some trees. Maybe like a bush or a tree of some sort right here. Another bushy tree here. Yep. Draw two hooded figures so he's not alone. I'm drawing these and I can hear Gregorian chants in my head. Okay. Two hooded figures. And let's see, what else do I want to add to this scene? So we have the shadow there. Let me see, I'm gonna add this shadow because I forgot about it. Oops, like this. Gonna be nice and light. So now we can just add some more gravestones here in the background. We can just do some shapes. They don't have to be perfect, but here this one would also be again larger because it's closer to the image. Some pretend writing on the base here. So this would be in shadow. This again would be an angled shadow, just like this one. Yeah. What else do we want to add? This is too barren here. Maybe I'll have like, I feel like something needs to be here in this area. I'm going to have the vampire here. What do I want to add? Like a mausoleum should be back here. Let me look for a good mausoleum. I should have saved this picture. There. Now look for a mausoleum. Oh, there's some good ones. Thank you. Oh, those are nice. I like those. They're like a whole bunch of them together. I'll send you the picture so you have it on your phone. Okay, so I'm gonna do a whole bunch of these. And again, they don't need to be perfect. So I'm just doing the base shape. They go to the background and has a roof. And then in here, it has like a round area with a door and a circular window. And then here's another one. So we don't finish the roof on that one. And then we have another one. So this one is more square in nature. And we have another one. We don't really finish the roof on that one. This has more of a circular one again. With a line going up like that. And now we have the last one. This one is going to be taller. It's also closer. This one has the door open. Oh, maybe that's where the vampire came out. You can do some footsteps. And they get bigger and bigger. See, look at how we're already creating a narrative. It's just letting your imagination go wild. See? Now I need to look for the vampire. I just need a pose, really. Amy? I don't like it when you do that, Amy.
What was she doing?
Oh, ich werde das Teil schneiden. Wenn ich höre, dass sie atmet und dann auf einmal sie hört auf.
Okay.
Okay, start from here. So, do I want... Ooh, this one looks good. Look at that one. Oh, nice.
Like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so he will be a shadowed figure in a top hat. Perfect. So he's not going to be that large because here are these and he's here. So his foot would be there, going up. And I sometimes like to start from the bottom so I get the proportions right. But he could be larger than life. And we have another foot out here. Straight line. And then we have the shoulders here. It's kind of like a back and forth, really. Like I might start at the top, at the bottom, but then I'll come to the top and then continue, and then I'll adjust the bottom and then go back to the top and go from there. And it's just to get an idea. I mean, all of this can be changed afterwards. You can always use acrylic paint and everything will be fine in the end. You can always start over. He has a pocket here. He has like one of those Edwardian long coats. Need to fix the shoes, obviously. They look pretty silly. Not shoes that a vampire would be wearing. There's the coat. There's the arm, which I feel is too short. Let's get a bit longer. And then here is the hand. Here's the other side. And now we can do the head. Here's the collars. I have several collars. Now the head. And then there's a hat. And now I draw the hat. It looks kind of silly right now, but I will improve him later. And the rims of the hat come out like this. Ooh. Okay. And now just the feet. Need to change the feet a bit. And this one was more to the front. More like that. Okay, so that is a good base. I'm going to erase a little bit the signs here in the face. Can I use the eraser? Thank you. Because it'll just bother me and I won't be able to adjust it later. But now I can add some paint. I'm gonna use a lighter pencil to do the face. And adjust the hat. This would all be the shadow. Okay. It's more like Abraham Lincoln than a vampire, personally. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. He needs a little vampire teeth. Okay, so now we can paint. Let me grab the paint.